there is a misconception that we need to have red light areas.
बायणा म्हटलं लोक दुसऱ्या नजरेन पळयताले.
आम्ही ते ल्हान चेडवा कोणा हाडटा तेका रक्षी करताले आमी.
This red light area was a unique red light area.
कित्याक आमचे क्लब हिंगा आनी हे बायणा हिंगा.
The brothel keepers and pimps, they took their girls and they shifted to other parts of Goa.
आणि पयलींचे आतां हितून खूब फरक आहा बायणाचे.
टायम आसलो गोंयांत जेन्ना बायणां म्हटले काय वेगवेगळे चित्र उबे रावताले. आयज तो काळ बदलला. म्हाका दिसता 2004 आनी आतां जर पळयली जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता 19 वर्सां गेल्या. पण बायणां म्हटलें काय जो आदल्या काळांतल्यो काही गजाली अजून याद उरता. सद्याचे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन म्हणा किंवा लोकल आमदार म्हणा ते चित्र बदलपाचे प्रयत्न करता. पण हांव आवर्जून बायणा बिचाचेर आयला. म्हणजे हेज्या पयलीं मे बी 19 वर्सां पयलीं हांगा येवप म्हणजे अशें व्हडलो अशें कपलार आटयो पडटाल्यो लोकांच्यो. पण आयज हमखास आमी हांगासर पळयता ट्युरिस्ट पळयता. कितें आसलो तो काळ, कितें असलें वेगळें चित्र, कित्या खातीर तो रेड लायट एरियाचो डाग बायणा बिचाचेर पडलो आनी गोंयचेर पडलो हें जाणून घेवपाक आयज आमच्या मदीं आसा अरुण पांडे. अर्ज NGO जे आसा तेंच्यांनी हांगासर वावर करता फॉर इन सेक्स ट्रॅफिकींग आनी तांकां तेंचे कडच्यान भायर काडपा खातीर तेंचे खूब फाटलो 25 वर्सां तांच्यांनी वावर केला. अरुणजी, tell me one thing is today the local MLA says we need to change the way Baina is. You see a lot of shacks, you see a lot of tourists, not only Goan but a lot of visitors here. You see this 4-lane bridge that the road that is passing by. You have Ravindra Bhavan. You have a lot of infrastructural changes that has happened. Do you believe and do you feel that Baina has changed, and can Baina change?
Tourists used to come then also, okay, but the purpose was different. I started my work on 2nd October 1998, nearly 25 years back, seeing this Baina red light area as a market for commercial sexual exploitation. And that was the time also, as I was saying, the tourists used to come, but the purpose was for sexual services from girls, children, girls and women. Yeah, it has changed, and in the sense is that we never saw the local population coming and visiting the beach. We never saw the tourists here coming and enjoying the beach. So things has definitely changed in last 20 years since in 2004 the Baina was demolished, okay, and the commercial sexual activity here had stopped. So we see the development, and development is in a positive sense. I think much more could have been done, but whatever, one is happy that this place is being visited by people for purpose other than commercial sexual exploitation.
अख्ख्या गोंयांत तशेंच अख्ख्या देशांत एक बायणा म्हटलं लोक दुसऱ्या नजरेन पळयताले. कित्याक तेन्ना एक वायट गजालीक लागून हे बायणा फेमस आसलेले. बट थँक्स टू आवर लेट चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ गोवा श्री पर्रीकर भाई, जेन्यांनी तेन्ना ती एरिया क्लियर जाली, बायणा एरिया, आनी आयज ती क्लियर जाल्या उपरांत जो आयज बायणा बिचाचे जे ब्युटिफिकेशनाक लागून जो प्रयत्न आमचो चालू आसा तो चालूच दवरलेलो आसा.
For locals it was a big no coming here.
Yeah, definitely. Because if any place where commercial sexual activity is happening, people would not visit that because that's caused stigma. Okay, one. And also, what was happening is that this, when you talk about red light area, it is not only commercial sexual activity, but it's also various kind of organized crime used to happen, whether it's theft, stealing, murder. Okay, so a lot of things used to happen. As a result, the local were hesitant in visiting this place.
Okay, my precise question is 19 years have passed now. We're almost coming close to 20 years. Goa and rather Baina has found it very difficult to change the perception in these 20 years. My very important question is, you can't change what Baina was all of a sudden. How did Baina become a red light town or a red light area? Did it become all of a sudden, or was it a gradual transition that we saw?
So I'm a student of criminology. In fact, I first came to Baina in 1994. That was when I was studying, I was just post-graduated for Tata Institute of Social Sciences in Criminology and Correctional Administration. And I was doing a national study for National Women's Commission, and I was working at Tata Institute as senior researcher. So I was doing a national study on sex trafficking, and that's how I happened to visit Baina, and I found Baina as any other coastal area. I found that there was a red light area. So if you find it that most of the places where you have shippies coming, okay, you find the red light areas are there. Whether it is Chennai, whether it is Bombay, whether it is Goa, there is a misconception that we need to have red light areas for men who are on ship and for a very long time they have not had sexual activity. So therefore, red light area where certain women can be kept and these men can come and have sexual relationships so that the women, wherever, whichever the land they are touching the ship is, they are safe. And that's how we find is that Baina was initially set up.
We've all heard of Baina. We've all maybe imagined how things were. You were actually there before it was demolished, before it was a large-scale industry that was prevailing, whether it was crime, whether it was prostitution, sex trade that was happening. I just want to understand is if my viewer has to understand the scale or the magnitude at what it was, how would you maybe define this issue pre-2004 before it was demolished?
So in 1994 when I was doing national study and I had come to Goa to study, and that was the time, if we talk about statistics, we found that nearly 900 to 1,000 children, girls and women were engaged, were commercially sexually exploited. The statistics showed that there were around 90 brothel keepers and pimps who were running brothels and commercially sexually exploiting them. And the population of the red light area would be around 4,000, and next to the red light area there was a Kate Baina slum area which had a population of 6,000. So around 10,000 population was surviving on this commercial sexual activity. We found that Baina was a full-fledged market, a market for commercial sexual activity, wherein the supplies to our shock were children. We found that a large number of children from the slum areas and also traffic from Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka were commercially sexually exploited.
आम्ही ते लहान चेडवा कोणा हाडटा कितें ताका रक्षी करताले आमी दवरून तांकां क्रायम बेंचार सोबयताले आनी करून मानना ते घरवाले आमी सांगताले पयलीं घरवालेक तुमी कितें करता पडालो करता तुमी करा कितें करा कितें ल्हान भुरग्यां हिंगा हाडनाका कितें पिड्यार जाता कितें आनी एस म्हणून तेमी पुलिशे तेमी कितें कितें दादेर करताले न्हू ते पयलीं तरी पासून आमचो तो अरुण पांडे सर आतां आमकां सपोर्ट दिलो मागीर कितें आमचे क्लब हिंगा आनी बायणा हिंगा कितें तें आमकां बरें दिसना आनी ते सगळे फॅमिली आसली कितें आनी आमकां बरें दिसनासलें आमचे कमिटीन सगळे उलयले बाबा हे आमी बंद करपा जाय म्हळ्यार बंद करपा जाय हेणें आमकां सांगलो कितें सरान तुमी जो कितें करता करा हांव तुजें हाडलें ना कितें अशें करून ते आमी ल्हान भुरग्याक धरताले कितें आनी पुलिशे सोबयताले आमी दोग जाणां घरवाले भितर लागून गायले लास्टाक तांकां तेंचे ते टायर पंचर केले आमी कितें केलें मागीर तांकां आतां मागीर गोर ते ताका लागून मागीर ते गोर हें सगळें बायणी मोडली.
Also, we found that there was a Devdasi practice, which was mainly prevalent in North Karnataka. This was also being practiced here, when the girls, as soon as they attained puberty, they were dedicated as Devdasi and then introduced in commercial sexual activity and exploited.
धाकटी चेडवांक ते घरवाली डेडिकेट करून हे करतले आनी आमी सगळे जण मेंबर असले तेन्ना तो सर आमचे सपोर्ट असले आमकां बरें शिकयतले अशी हे गलत आहे हे सही आहे तर आमी कितें करतले गल्ली पळयतले आनी चेडवां बी ते बसीत आमकां सपोर्ट करतले खंय डेडिकेट करता म्हणल्यार आमकां इन्फॉर्मेशन सांगतले तुरंत आमी पोलिसाक सराक सांगून आमी रेड मारतले तांकां तशी जे जातले ते आमी मोर्चा बी काडले पणजी सगळे गेले सगळे बायणाचे लोक येयले तांकां कळले हे वायट आहा म्हणून मागीर हे देवदासी डेडिकेट करता ते बंद जाले.
So in 94 we found that compared to other parts of India, this was a place where the children were openly commercially sexually exploited. Adults were being forced, and to our surprise we didn't find any single rescue being done by the police.
The
What-
attempt to do that.
no rescue being done because there was a protective home which was closed and no girl were rescued by the police and supplied and admitted there. So we have evidence to show that. Instead of that, what was happening was that the girls were being rounded up, okay, arrested, okay, and then they were put behind bar. And in fact, this was working negative to strengthen the market. If you ask me how, is that if you arrest 10 women, okay, take them and put them behind bars, though they are a victim, but you are treating them as offender, who is going to get them out? It was the pimps who were getting them out, and they were paying around 10,000 rupees to lawyers, to police or whoever. And once these girls were released, they were said to pay the double, like 20,000 rupees. That was time I'm talking about around 94, 2000. And basically, our actions were making them bonded slave. And this is what we tried to explain to the local administration at that time, that what is required. We need to break this market. And for breaking this market, we need to stop child prostitution. We need to stop dedication. We need to stop forced prostitution. And what we need to do that instead of arresting the women, what we need to do is that we need to rehabilitate them. So that's what we did.
Okay, today you see this infrastructure, the look is getting changed. If I want to ask you, maybe scale or maybe the area that used to be dominated by the sex workers or sex trade. Today you have this road, you have the Ravindra Bhavan Vaina here, and what is that area that you would like to show us that that this is the scale that it used to be operating?
You see, we're starting from the from Ravindra Bhavan till the end of the road. That was the red light area, okay, and behind that was the Kate Baina. But we need to understand is that this red light area is a unique red light area because because 94 I covered nearly all the state and studied red light area. One, not only it was next to the beach, okay, to give a scenic view, but also it had a mixed population. Means in the red light area itself there were houses wherein not necessarily people involved in commercial sexual activity were staying, but the laborers were staying. Because if you go to see that, because this slum was the only slum very close to the port town. So most of the employment at that time was being provided in 60s, 70s, 80s was port. So large number of laborers who were working in the Marbuga Port Trust, they resided here. So it was a mixed population of laborers as well as victims who were into commercial, who were exploited, and the brothel keepers and pimps.
We all know that the High Court intervened. I really want to ask you is what led to the intervention? Whether the locals went, the authorities went, whether you as an NGO went, or maybe it was kind of I don't know. So how did this changeover and High Court intervention started? See, the High Court intervention happened in 1997. The year before, we started our work in Goa. It appears that there were a lot of human rights violation was happening, and some of the bar owners, they approached the High Court. Okay, bar owners and brothel keepers, they approached the High Court saying is that we are being assaulted, beaten. The local goons are coming and assaulting. Local goons are outside the area. Locals are coming and assaulting us, threatening us. Okay, therefore it is not safe for us to live here. And then High Court asked the state to explain the situation, and state very correctly explained that this is a place where in an organized way, women and children are being exploited, and also because other commercial sexual activity is happening, there are other kinds of crime is happening. And High Court also correctly, what the High Court did is that said that what you need to do is that you need to take action against these brothels. And what you need to do is that you need to rehabilitate the victim. So that was the High Court order. And in fact, by then we have started our work. Okay. By 2002, we were very well established. And we have already got involved in rescue of the girls and with the help of police, arresting pimps and brothel keepers and prosecuting them. So we were in a way somewhere trying to break the market. And that's the reason ours was one of the organizations which didn't challenge the High Court order saying is that you should not be sealing the brothel. Because we very strongly believed is that the red light area is not in the interest of children and women.
because it is an organized place where children and women are going to be commercially sexually exploited. So therefore, we should close down the red light area.
कोण येता कितें आनी पोतून कितें करता जाल्यार ते आमचे क्लब सगळे एकवटाले 50 जाण मेंबर आमी एकवटाले कितें आनी आमी हिंगा कोणाक भिनाले अशें कितें आमी बरें काम करपाक कोण भिवपाक गेले गरजा कितें आमी भिनाले आनी कितें काम जाल्यार रोखडें आमकां कोण कितें सांगलें तें काम आमी करून सोडटाले कितें हें बायणां म्हणून कितें आमकां हें नाका जाल्लें कितें हें नाका जालें कितें जालां भुरगे थिंगाचे हिंगाचे येवन भुरगे येवन येताले आज कितले भुरगे मरून गेले बाबडे माय पाय एकलो चेड आहलो हेचे जन मेवन गेलो आज ते जाणटेलो कोण चोवपाक कोण नाही कितें आनी ते परस ते चड हें जावपा लागलें ताका लागून ते बी आमकां बी नाका जालोलें कितें ताका लागून तें करून करून लास्टाक ते पर्येकारान तें मोडून उडयलें कितें उडून मागीर तरी पसून आनी कितें जाता म्हण आमी सगळे राखून रावलेले कोणा घरान कोण आहा हितून कोण रावताय ना आमी भाड्यान नाही फॅमिली म्हळ्यार ते आमी सोडून वयताले आनी कोण येयला न्यू कोण चेडूं येयले तूं हुंची बाय हुंची न्हू येयला खबर काडटाले कित्याक खबर ना आमी जोडून हापा येयले काजारे गो कामाक गेला येता न्ही जोडून आमी तें काम करताले मागीर चोयल्यार कोण ना हिंगा कितें आज सगळें सोमतें बंद जाला आतां कितें हय बंद जाला आनी मातशें डेवलपमेंट जाला आनी मातशें डेवलपमेंट जावपा जाय कितें बायणां पयलीं तें हालो ते भशेन बायणांक न्हू एकलो बी कोण येनाहलो बायणां मेळ्ळें भितर आसलेलो
But unfortunately, the way the red light area was closed, that we were little bit against of. Right? In fact, during our process, okay, before pre-demolition, we had explained to the district administration, including at that time to Honorable CM, okay, and Mr. Parikar, that what needs to be done, and we submitted a detailed rehab roadmap and plan, that how we need to protect the victim, we need to rehabilitate the victim, we need to prosecute the pimps and brothel keepers, and we need to in fact take the victims from the custody of the brothel keepers and pimps and rehabilitate. And we have submitted the list of the pimps and brothel keeper to then police officers to take action against them.
Okay. What I want to ask is, the intervention happened. You obviously the decision was taken to rehabilitate. Now I really want to ask you is the number and the scale that you have mentioned is quite huge, and I really want to understand is whether you or the local administration or the then government was successful enough to rehabilitate, or you ended up creating another sort of problem.
See, now two things are there. One is that the rehabilitation proposed, okay, by the state at that time, from any standard, okay, would not attract the victim. That's what we told the state.
Correct.
What we were doing, what we have proposed at that time, and if you remember, it was that in Ribandar we had a place where we said we will lodge all of you there. What we had proposed as a then state government is that there are a large number of girls who want to go back to their home state. Okay, let's in batch wise, we send them to their state. In fact, we had talked to some of the state government, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. And many of the NGOs and the state government were ready to come visit these girls and convince them to take back. Okay. Then what was important was that those who are here, those who are the second generation here, or those who from here, or those who have developed relationship, okay, like the children were there, their partners were there, means those who did not want to go, we need to provide them livelihood. When we say rehabilitation, what rehabilitation? It is something to do with money. So till and until you provide alternative livelihood, nobody will exit from there. Correct. Unfortunately, that was not done. What was done was that we thought that by committing human right violation, okay, we will be able to chase them out. Okay, and unfortunately what happened is that caused spread. See, what has happened, the biggest blunder what has happened in this whole process was that we didn't take the custody of the girls from the brothel keepers and pimps. So many people don't know what had happened is that before demolition, the brothel keepers and pimps, they took their girls and they shifted to other parts of Goa. Those who were victim of gross human right violation, okay, were those who didn't have brothel keepers and pimps. Those who were basically on their own. So so this is the main difference, okay, and that's the reason it spread. we were fearing that if not properly done, this problem will spread. And once it is spread, then it would be very difficult to provide service, whether from human rights point of view or whether from health point of view.
Okay, you said that it was a difficult decision then. Now that that decision was taken 19 years down the line, do you feel that you have been able to successfully handle Baina issue, or you have been able to create mini Bainas across Goa or maybe across India?
Okay, so when you talk about our intervention, we went ahead with our plan. Okay, what we did is that we set up in 2006, we set up a mechanized laundry unit. Okay, and wherein more than 3,000. Okay, and a person were provided rehabilitation in last 15 years. This included not only victims but also perpetrators, pimps, brothel keeper, because our aim was to break the market.
तर सरांनी त्याची एक शिफ्ट हाऊस म्हणून एक लॉन्ड्री काढले आणि त्यांना लोकांक गव्हर्नमेंट कितें करूंक ना तितून सर NGO अर्जान कितें केलें ते एक लॉन्ड्री काढले तांकां जॉब दिले आणि तितून थोडे लोक गेले आणि ते बदलले म्हणजे हे वायट आसा हे आमचें काम करून खावपाचें बरें आहा म्हणून मागीर ते लायनीसून ते भायर सरले आतां कितें आहा तेचे भुरग्यां बी जोडून खाता ते बी जोडून खाता आतां सद्या म्हणल्यार आनी ते कोण अशें जावपाचें कोणी बी आतां गो मेलो आनी गो मेलो जाल्यार ते वाटेर वयताले न्हू ताका जोडून खावपाचें आनी सरान कितें केलां आतां विश म्हणून तिका खारवडान एक काडला पेपर बॅगाचे करपाचे तांकां तसले कोण आसा तो सर हेल्प करता आमकां कोण कळटा अशें बस्तीन तशें आसा तेमी पयलीं वचून ताका सांगता.
And the market comprises basically a victim, pimps, brothel keeper, because we felt that if we don't provide livelihood, the pimps and brothel keepers, they will again source girl from somewhere else and then they do. What we also did is that we did a study that where all the girls have gone. Okay, and then what we did is that those who have moved out of Goa, we left them, but those who have moved inside Goa, we submitted a detailed report to then DGP Amod Kant. Okay, and as per my knowledge, Amod Kant had passed this information to the crime branch. Okay, so from our side, our aim was like we are basically an NGO, so we don't have so much resources. But for us was that okay, demolition has happened, fine. But now we need to ensure that Baina doesn't restart as a red light area.
Correct.
If you ask me, were you successful? Yes, we have been successful.
We have not been able to
recreate Baina again. Okay, yeah, 2.0. Because we had group of youths, okay, whom we said is that कि अब जो हो गया, अब हमें देखने का है कि आप यहीं पे रहते हो, अगर बायना बनेगा तो फिर स्टिग्मा होगा. So basically with the help of youth here, Devdasis and those women who were working in our laundry unit, we ensured that not a single new girl came and started business of brothel keeper and pimp this. But it was not easy. It was not only to keep a vigilance in the area. Whenever any new girl came, and whenever brothel keeper tried with the help of their so-called politicians, okay, their lower level politicians, they did try to set up their rooms and business again. We took the help of crime branch. We took the help of deputy collector, and I would like to highlight here that two of the Goa government officers, especially Mr. Vishram Borkar, who was at that time SP Crime, and Mr. Levinson Martins, who was the deputy collector of Marbogaon Taluka, they played a very, very key role. They understood what we are saying, and they played a role wherein whenever we got information of new girl, a brothel keeper coming, the crime branch raiding the place and rescuing the girl. So post demolition also nearly more than 25 girls were rescued by the crime branch. And also Mr. Levinson Martin used to make a surprise visit in this area as a SDM to see that if anybody has set up the business, and also to give a business, to give a message that we are watching, the state is watching. Okay, and that has played a very, very key role, that the red light area has not restarted. There is no other example in India wherein you have stopped a place from commercial sexual activity by using law enforcement agency without providing rehabilitation and has not restarted. The best example of this is Maharashtra, where they tried to close dance bar, but it is still working.
Correct.
Okay, but Goa we don't find that Baina has restarted a red light area.
जे डेव्हलपमेंट करपा लागून जो प्रयत्न केलेलो आसा आनी तेंचे सपोर्टाचेर हांवें थोडेशें करूंक शकलेलो आसा. बट इतल्याक आमी थांबना. आमकां खुबशे हांगा डेव्हलपमेंट करपाची गरज आसा. जशें आतां आमी पळयता बायणा बिचाचेर 2 शेक्स येयलेले आसा. हांगा लोकांचो मुवमेंट जावपाक लागलेलो आसा. हांगा स्थानीक लोक जे आसा ते बारीक बारीक सामान घेवन कोण कपड्याचें दुकान घालून कोण ज्युसाचें दुकान घालून अशें आपलें पोट भरता.
Okay. So again, 20 almost 19-20 years have been passed now. The brand Baina still is maybe haunting to some, or maybe is in back of their mind. If that outlook has to change, what is the roadmap that maybe all the stakeholders, I wouldn't say maybe NGOs or the government only, but also all the people as well, all the stakeholders that should have a maybe roadmap? What is your suggestion?
See, many people would not like, but what I want to say is that this stigma would not break till and until Vasco's local population would come and visit this place. So that's why I say that in last 20 years we find that the kind of development should have happened. It has not happened. Now if you say the Vasco doesn't have any open space other than this beach, if you ask me, I don't think that we required Ravindra Bhavan. We required an open space so that the local population comes and visits. Okay, and then only this place will get reintegrated with the rest of the Vasco. That has not happened. So what development has happened? Still, if you go to see, is that some sacks has come. Okay, I'm not a political person, but I think a lot needs to be done, and the image can only be changed by Vascoites, by visiting this place, and for that it is important is that we need to have more open space. And more recreational activity or social activity happening in these open spaces, so that Vascoites can visit here. We need to give more preference to Vascoites than start talking about tourists coming and visiting this place. Because we have more than the 5 lakh population of Vasco. Where will they go? This is only the open space. So let's develop this place keeping them in mind instead of keeping tourists in mind.
ही सिनीक ब्युटी म्हणटा ती खंयच्याच बिचीक ना. जे आमचे बायणा बीच तुका तेवटेन गेला जाल्यार तुका दिसतले 2 आयलंड आसा. सो लोक खुबशे ते आयलंडाचे स्कुबा डायविंगाक लागून जे वॉटर स्पोर्ट्साक हांगा ते स्कुबा डायविंग थंय करता. गोंयांत ते आयलंड एकूच अशें आसता थंय कोरल फिश मेळटा आनी ते कोरल फिश दाखोवपाक लागून स्कुबा डायविंग थंय जाता. अशेंच कोरल फिश दिसपी खंयसरूच ना खंयसरूच. हे फक्त आमच्या आयलंडाच्या बायणा बिचाचेर तुका दिसता. सो अशें एक देवाची देण आसा आमकां बायणाकारांक, कित्याक हांगा इतलें ब्युटिफिकेशन आसा, इतलें सिनीक आसा ब्युटी, असो खंयसरूच तुका बीच दिसपाना.
आणि पहिलीचे आता हितून खूप फरक आहे बायणाचे. आता पहिली खूप आता धंदे करतले, खूप मारामारी सगळे हे आसतले. तेन्ना कितें पोलीस बी चड आता हिंगा येना, कोण येना. ते आता आमीच कितें आमचे आंबेडकर क्लबाचे सगळे मेळून आमीचे स्ट्रायक केले. ते कोण येता इन्क्वायरी करपाचे, गल्ली गल्ली भोंवपाचे, कोण न्यू येयले ते बंद केले सगळे. आता कांय ना, आता डेव्हलपमेंट जाला आता, आणि गरीब आसा फॅमिली लोक आसा ते जोडून खाता ते बरे आसा. आता कांय ना.
I think, Anji, it was a fantastic conversation, revisiting maybe what happened 19 years, and anything to start takes a lot of time, but even anything to stop thereafter requires a lot of time to change the perspective. What you have really nicely summed up is, luckily and because of the stakeholders, Baina 2.0 has not happened. And that is the biggest achievement of the local. And more importantly, if you want to change the perspective, it can't be at local administration or the NGOs, but it is the stakeholders and the people who have to come up and change the outlook. Arunji, it was pleasure to have you at this location, revisiting the past. I know it must be very difficult imagining things of the aftermath, but then again, it is always nice to know our history and then do course correction so that we can change the future. Pleasure it was. Thank you very much.